What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles. You are listening to Lyles Movie Files. We're still rolling. Everybody's in basic self quarantine at this point, but we are going to crank out another exciting show for you. And as I'm sure most of you are stuck at home, maybe not stuck at home because I feel like of all the various positions and places to be, being at home probably is not the worst thing. If we were in like self quarantine at work, that would suck. But being at home, having access to movies, video games, pizza, fridge, I feel like it's not too bad. So let's see what we can do here to keep everything lively and give you some ideas on some shows you can watch while you're stuck at home or at home chilling. Little brother, what's up with you?
I'm good, bro. First day of telework. Didn't have to be out in the masses, potentially expose myself to a virus.
What's up, Chief? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Jeff, Jace, the listeners? You know you can't pause when you say potentially expose myself. You have to.
I mean, that was half the fun of it, though.
you don't put a comma there.
No, that's where you put the three dots. Expose myself. ...
Yeah,
to a virus. See, that's how I was going with.
First off, Wonder Woman is not going to go the digital streaming route. There's a lot of debate from Warner Brothers whether they should put it in theaters whenever or just put it out soon so people can actually have some new blockbuster movie to watch at home. Wonder Woman's now been moved to August. That's a very, very long time from right now. And maybe by that point, people will be able to go to theaters. What do you guys think about this? Was this the right call? Would you rather watch it at home, or is it better to support the movie industry and theaters and wait out to put it out in theaters?
I think it's probably the right call. Things probably are going to get is a little less crazy, and probably kids will. I mean, like depending on when they do it in August, if it's like that first week of summer. I mean, I don't even know how the school year is going to go, but like before people have to go back to school, I think that could be a great. I mean, and almost if they're really lucky, it'll be the first time. It'll be the first blockbuster almost of the summertime. So people are going to be like, yes, I got a reason to go to the movies. Thank you. I don't have to sit in the house. This is great. And if the movie's good, I mean, this could be a great story for Warner Brothers to tell. It's like, hey, we got a blockbuster, $1 billion, welcome back to the theaters. We didn't think releasing this in digital or for $20 a pop was really going to get us that money, but we really, we're not going to have to report losses to our shareholders other than, the write downs that everybody are going to have. I'm thinking that's probably what Warner Brothers wants to do, so I think it's a good call.
I'm gonna just go off key for a second here, and then I'll say this. The movie came out in 2017. Wonder Woman should have came out last summer. Let's just all be honest about this. This is their own damn fault. I'm kind of glad this is happening to them because I think they deserve this for having the movie come out, not really putting out a whole bunch of DC content. I mean, you get 20 Marvel movies a year. You get, 1 or 2 DC movies a year. And so they had 2017, Wonder Woman hit. Everybody was like, oh, okay, couldn't wait for the sequel. Somewhere in 2018, we started hearing the rumors they was working on this thing, but they were going back to 84. We were all kind of like, what? That doesn't make sense. There's plenty of stuff to do modern day. But okay. So 2018, they're doing it. Later on in the year, they're like, hey, we're not going to put it out in 2019. We're going to wait till 2020. We're like, what? Why? Why would you wait 3 years to put out the movie? And now this is what you get. So, in all honesty, some of the excitement that I had coming into the next Wonder Woman has died down a bit because it's taking too long. So I don't care whether they put it out on digital or they come to the theaters. So whether you put it out in, June or July or whatever, or you know what I mean? I mean, doesn't matter because by June, if this thing hasn't recovered, then we're all in trouble anyway. August, I don't know. Is there a difference? There's going to be a difference. So either we'll be in the movies in June, or we're not going to be anywhere in August, but still in our houses, or the people who don't have to go to work, still in their houses. I of course, who will try to stay healthy out at work, but yeah. So this is the thing, man. I'm not excited for it or anything. I don't care if they put it on digital or we and then again, who's to say that by the time August comes, I think this social distancing thing is going to be a part of people's lives for a while. You understand what I'm saying? I think as long as people are still getting cases of the coronavirus, people will still continue to social distance. And I don't know if August is going to cure that. Maybe it will. I don't know. But, maybe just throw it out on digital in June. Hell, they should have threw A Quiet Place out on digital. So that's my argument there. Why aren't the stuff that's in the movie theaters now, why aren't they giving it to us on digital right now? You know what I mean? Like, by the time this thing is all over, there's going to be a hell of a backlog of movies that nobody's seen because you waited. Like, give the people, they're all home, give the people what they want.
You raise a really good point because I feel like they're optimistically going, hey, will it be done by August? In some cases, it'll be over in 3 weeks. Nothing to worry about. But Italy is still dealing with cases, and I feel like they've been dealing with stuff since January, right? I mean, it's not been something that's wrapped up. Oh, they've got a handle on it. And I understand the argument is we got to keep movie theaters around, so let's do that. But I'm kind of feeling, I don't know, maybe this is me with my head in the clouds or whatever. I feel like as long as movie theaters exist, people will go to movie theaters. And even if right now this is a temporary solution, hey, put the movies out at home. I feel like once people have the ability to go outside, everything they could do outside is going to be back in play. So people are going to go to the malls. People are going to go at restaurants. They're going to go do all the stuff they enjoyed, including sitting on their cell phones in a movie theater. And I don't think that a 6-month window of watching movies at home would drastically change that. Jason, am I right or wrong?
I'm gonna say you are wrong because the things that these movies, especially somebody like Warner Brothers, will want to claim is their movie, their superhero movie, grossed $1 billion in the box office. They wouldn't put an asterisk in there saying, "Oh yeah, but we were dealing with the coronavirus, so we got $200 million on Blu-ray before it was released in theaters." Like,
All right, now hold on. So to Chief's point, that's exactly why you can't go, we'll make to get sure we get it right. We'll delay. We'll wait till this perfect opportunity. You never know what's going to happen. It may be something else. Corona Part 2 could come out in August. So I feel like if you have the movie done and ready to go, what's the harm in it? And I understand, $1 billion, and we don't make this box office record. But honestly, any movie that's around in this time period is going to deal with that. And maybe for Wonder Woman 3, it won't take so long.
okay, well here's the thing with that. You saw Fast and Furious 9 decided to go to next year. If something like this, if it roars back up in August, you just say we delay it to 2021. 21. Would that suck? Yes, because this movie was supposed to be done and supposedly was going to compete against Captain Marvel and was going to be a dumb ass idea. And then they decided to delay it a year, and then they keep delaying this movie for a year. It looks like it. I mean, it looks like it's a snake bitten movie, and it's probably good. But because you are DC, you can't. You need wins. Like everybody, you guys are already compared to Marvel, and you come up not even as B. You come up as like B minus or something, and it has more to do with you don't put out enough stuff consistently. But if you do, you can't. You don't want to have a situation where it's Justice League, where everybody you just don't make the numbers you expect. This DC universe or whatever the heck they not want to call it is based on how much they gross in box offices. box office. That's what they have to tell. That's the story they have to tell. It can't be we made $300 million on digital. So Marvel makes that on Iron Man 2. What was the point of this? Like, and we spent how much was it? How much is this movie cost to make? Well, it was 325. So we just lost $25 million for a good movie. Like, we look like idiots. So they have. I mean, it's just like if they have to delay it for next year, it's like we just have to do it. It's like you find a good window in 2021 and go with that.
So to your point, so 2020 could be a complete wash for movies. Bad Boys for Life could be the highest grossing film because there's nothing else that's available to come out in theaters because we don't know what's going to happen yet.
Yep.
So how would that look? Like, does Hollywood survive going a whole year without putting out content since February?
Well, then they can actually complain about why that those superhero movies that everybody sees that are such fluff and they aren't real cinema. The fact that they can actually help prop up those little passion projects and crushes the whole industry. Maybe they'll learn a little bit of humility. Like, you know what? We need these daggone things. My gosh, put these guys in the Oscar contingent. Jeez, thank you.
Well, or give the opportunity, raise the price on the film. So instead of, so we're social distancing now, right? And here's the thing. So technically, a whole bunch of people ain't gonna be in your space right now, anyways, to watch the movie, right? That's how it's supposed to be. So right now, you have an opportunity to, instead of charging $19.99 for a movie, maybe charge $30 for a movie. And each household, if you want to see that movie, has to pay that $30 instead of that $19.99. So here's the thing. Yeah, movies don't get, movies make money on the back end too, because you figure everybody all over the world now, especially places like Italy and so on and so forth, places where they are extreme lockdown, they get these movies and they're, they pay their money, they're able to sit in the house and watch these movies or whatever have you, right? And they can't invite friends over to watch the movies. Everybody's sitting in their damn house. They can't, you know what I mean? So right now, if you're going to do something like that, right now is the time to capitalize, because as nobody's coming to your house and you're not going to anybody's house to watch these things. So right now, you're going to make that every household money versus, if you had something came up and people were freely, able to move freely, and somebody was like, yo, I got the movie, man, everybody come on over and see it. And then you got, 20 people in your house watching the movie. So that's right now, that's on, that's, right? So
yeah.
Right now, that's on your side because you have households like everybody's staying away from each other. So right now you can make a pretty good profit. Then if and when this thing quote unquote ends, you can do it the opposite way and maybe hit the movie theater again with bonus content. And
like they put on those Blu-rays. Yeah.
Right. And then still double bubble them on the other end like they do with you on the Blu-rays. You're just doing it the opposite way. So now people have paid to see it at home, and also now they've paid to see it. If they want to see the bonus content, they've got to go to the theater or wait another 4 months till they upgrade a DVD. But yeah, so you can kind of hit them on both ends if you feel like it. And this would be the time. This would be the time when no one's supposed to be going over to anybody else's house.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So raise the price and then put the content out. You know what I mean? Or if you want to rent it, if you don't want people buying it yet or whatever have you, then for the first 30 days make it rentable. But put a $15, $16, $20 rentals fee on. And then after 30 days, 45 days, you put, a $25 buy fee on it. And then you re-release it in the theaters at some point when this is all over. For those of you that didn't get to see it in the theaters and want to experience it, on the big screen, come through. We're gonna have bonus content, alternate endings. It's gonna be a 2 hour, extravaganza. Blah blah blah. Right?
Dude,
You can
I feel
market it
like
that
there's
way.
lots of ways they could do this and make money without feeling like, oh shoot, we're not going to get our money back. But yeah, I like your idea about the exclusive content for the theatrical re-release. I mean, I was just reading that theaters in China have started to reopen and they're playing Avatar and the Avenger films because they don't have new stuff to put out. And I bet people are going to go to the theaters just to go see it, no matter if they've seen those movies countless times. Now, another thing that's going on, of course, is TV shows are feeling the crunch now from not being able to finish shooting. I mentioned this last week, but now we've got confirmation of shows that are kind of in limbo. The Walking Dead season finale is not going to be airing in the middle of April like it was planned. It was set up for April 12th, but they still had some post production work to do on it. So we're going to have two more episodes, but that big season finale, which tends to be pretty big and important in The Walking Dead, is not going to air until a date to be determined later. Fear the Walking Dead is not shooting, of course, and the spinoff, The World Beyond, featuring the little kids who've grown up in a Walker world, is not airing. I guess because somebody at AMC is like, we probably shouldn't have a world ending show right now. And Supernatural is delayed, Flash is delayed, and for Supergirl, that's a really tricky proposition because Supergirl Melissa Benoist is pregnant. So, what do you guys think? How is this going to impact these shows? And are we just going to have to be continued cliffhangers? And we'll see you in the fall.
Maybe you could do that for Walking Dead. And Flash. Like I think when you mentioned it last week when you were talking about Supernatural, it's like Jared Padalecki's assigned to another show that starts after Supernatural. So it's like, guys, I need to finish this up. Uh, so maybe that one's tricky. Like in Supergirl is you might have to you might have here's because I is the Superman and Lois show starting at the same time? Because maybe what you could do
Yeah,
is
that's true. They could delay it and just push Superman Lois and have Supergirl come back as a summer show.
yeah,
Maybe that could work.
not even like a summer, but like because you know how CW does their stuff, like how Legends is on now, but it didn't start until
Oh, yeah,
after Crisis. So maybe
that's true.
you do it like that.
Mid-season show. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that one's that almost seems like the easier way to do it. I mean, but I'm sure Batwoman could carry the whole hour. And nobody would
Ha,
miss it.
ha, 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 and ha.
Yeah. Um, hey, I'm still bitter the fact that Batwoman bumped Supergirl back an hour to compete against Walking Dead, which makes no sense. Uh, I think it's kind of like on another level. It's just like I think a lot of these shows is like this virus has impacted a lot of stuff, but maybe it helps kind of them come up with better ideas. It's like, hey, we need to figure out if we need to have an escape valve on these shows. What do we do? Like maybe make it so each episode is a cliffhanger. So in case something happens like this, we can say that we can call that a season and just pick it back up when it's time to go back.
I wonder for these shows if it's going to be a case where maybe we shouldn't have a season long villain and we should have multiple arcs. So we have one arc that is 5 episodes, another that's 6, and we just scrap the whole one villain that they deal with at the end. Now, Flash has been a little bit different because they've had a villain for the first half, and now they got one for the second half. But I'm wondering if this is going to prompt a change. Like, hey, we can't do that because we don't know what's going to happen. And maybe they shoot these arcs in a pretty close or short time frame. So if something were to happen, they can quickly call it a wrap. And then, well, we don't have any time for any new episodes right now, but we've got this squared away.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like the Mission Impossible Justice League is kind of a good thing. I mean, like a good indicator of this is like, hey, I mean, you say, hey, what happens if we have to do this? Like, we just use this as okay, like I said, just smaller chunks versus, and it's like, hey, if this person has to work on another show, they got a movie, we can all, work around a little more. I'm sure the actors probably be like, I'd rather just shoot all this in like 3 months.
Chief, what do you think
about these shows not having endings?
Yeah, shows in limbo.
I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. There's nothing you can do about it. These shows, I never understand. I always thought that as a season was being shown, a season was being shot. You see what I'm saying? And then there was a period of rest.
Yeah.
So it was weird to me to find out that they didn't shoot the whole season at once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's weird too.
You know what I mean? I feel like if you put it out, then that means by the time this is all doing, you kind of chilling.
Mm-hmm.
You've got that period of chilling while the season is taking place.
Right.
Versus you shooting in the midst of the season, but maybe that's how they do it to maybe not get spoilers or anything leaked. I'm not sure, but I didn't think that's not how I pictured it in my head. So,
but I agree. It's the way that they should. I don't know. Maybe they should. Maybe they shouldn't. But it's like this certainly adds a little credence to maybe you should shoot the season all at once or at a consecutive string of months, and then once the season premiere started, y'all are just sitting back like, oh, you don't like this episode? Well, wait till you see what we've got coming up.
Well, I think the problem with that is like, especially like say for like CW shows, is like they film all on one lot, so they can't like all
they've got to share.
Yeah, it's like you got the two guys. Oh, we got the other show that's not connected to this. We got resources. I mean, that's like you kind of can see certain backgrounds if you look at certain shows. Like, oh yeah, I saw that one on Supernatural. Okay, got it. Like, so it's just resource allocation. So really can do just everybody shooting it, one time.
So we're talking about TV shows. So since we're all kind of at home looking for things to watch, since I don't have a lot of things to catch up on now, what would you recommend, guys? What 3 shows should people be binging if they have not watched?
Chief,
nobody.
Come on. All right, I'll go first.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Jason. I was about to say,
Go ahead.
So, are we talking about just regular shows here? Like just regular TV shows?
Regular shows, stuff on Netflix, whatever you want to go with.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Okay, so on Netflix, I binged The Kingdom, which is I don't even know I'm gonna say, can I say it's Chinese? Am I allowed to say that, or I have to say Asian?
Feudal Japan.
No, not Japan. Because I don't think they're Japan. I think because they talk about having a war with Japan or something.
Oh, okay. See.
I thought they were Chinese. Is the correct term Asian then? Because I don't want to be politically incorrect. So they're Asians. They're in the time of the like when basically they look like when we used to watch the 80s kung fu movies. So they're in that era where they had kings and lords and so on and so forth. And basically a zombie outbreak takes place. So the first episode was like setting it up. Not too much happened in the first episode. But then from that second episode on, it was just fire. That just got like I think I watched the whole thing in like 2 days. I watched the first day, and then the next day I finished off the rest of the second season. It was a damn good show. I'm caught up on the rest of the shows. I think I'm gonna watch Black Lightning. I was hoping that Netflix had Batwoman on, so I could watch that from the beginning because they got Black Lightning on, and I'm like, why isn't Batwoman on? Or you know what I mean? But I don't. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's because it's not over yet.
Yes.
But Black Lightning's wrapped up. Of course, I watched Supergirl. I've watched Flash. I've watched Supernatural. I've caught up on Supernatural. So these are the times if you still out there on the Supernatural haven't caught up, it's your time to get caught up on them. This is their last season. Period. It's going to be a series finale. Which was and you know it's been a good show. I think Supernatural, its seasons have gotten okay, and they've only had one bad season, which was the Leviathan season. I didn't enjoy that season at all. But so what else have I watched on next? I watched the Tiger Show with Joe Exotic. I'm in the midst of that now.
And everybody else
it's
is
a
watching.
Yeah, it's a documentary. It's well, you know, the thing about it is, and I didn't know. It's funny because the way Netflix programming is when you turn on the Netflix, of course, it shoots what it wants you to watch at you.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I mean. That's how everybody gets to watching one damn thing at once.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that it's exciting. I think most of the time you're watching it because Joe is so weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a strange dude, and you're watching that, and you're like, there's people out there like that. Like, that's really weird. I've watched, what have I watched? Hulu. I've watched Claymore's again, which is an anime. I've watched another anime about basically vampires. Well, they call them demons in this. And this young boy trains to be basically a demon killer, it wasn't bad. It was a pretty good anime. 26 episodes. It wasn't bad. So there's some stuff on Hulu that I've been going through. So like I said, The Kingdom. If you got time for the Claymores, if you're a CW watcher, there's all your programming. You know, CW's got a lot of content. I see Stargirl's coming up. I don't know if they're gonna release it now, but it's coming up. What else is on TV? I mean, at some point you got to stay away from the goddamn news. You know what I mean? It just becomes too much. So, I've been I've been watching a lot of old cowboy movies. Night of the Grizzly has been on, and a show with Henry Fonda where he's a lawman. So you know how that's in the 60s, and I can't think of the name of that right now. So it's just, you know, it's funny because I'm watching content after content after content of just different shows, and it's becoming a jumbled mess right now. But yeah, that's my recommendation off the top is definitely The Kingdom. So
Okay.
if you enjoy a good zombie movie, and these are not Walking Dead zombies. These are World War Z zombies, which makes them even better. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, because the Walking Dead zombies, you know what I mean? Like, if you can walk faster than them, you're good. The only time you get in trouble is really when you get in the midst of a horde. But also I think that if you wore like a tube on you, like an inner tube with two straps on it over your shoulders, that gave you just hear me out, and you gave yourself which gave you some space from them biting you, you could probably run through a horde. I mean, you're talking about people who aren't even like half the body weight they used to be. So, and they have no skills. Like, they're pretty much easy to knock down. You can just really kind of push a walker back. So you got your little inner tube. You can run right through a horde. These zombies, the World War Z zombies and the zombies from the Kingdom, you're not going to be able to do that, which make them pretty formidable. Anyway, yeah. So catch any one of them shows, man. Catch up on all your stuff. I'm done.
Jace, how about you?
I think this is the perfect time to watch Supernatural. Uh, it's got 15 or so seasons, and as Lonnie said, there's only one real bad one. And if anybody would like to know the like 3 or 4 episodes you need to watch the Leviathan episodes, just hit me up. Uh, the but the rest of them, you got hour-long content. You can easily watch that while you're on your laptop, working from home. So you won't have any problem there. Next one I'm gonna go with is Agent of Shield. I know, like Gunner says, like he watched it for a little bit, but then he kind of started off slow and then didn't get good. He's right, but once it gets past that first season, it starts tying into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It actually picks up, and then after that, there's going to be an event that happens in season one. This really going to be, oh shoot, and then at that point, after there, you're on and rocking on Super Agents of Shield. My next one is not on. You will not be able to find it on anything other than Disney Plus, but I would recommend you enjoying the first 6 seasons of Clone Wars. I think there. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of a lull, but again, these are shows that are going to be on for. You got 6 seasons, but then those really good episodes you can look up from your laptop, and you'll really enjoy this. It's like if it seems like it's a slow Ahsoka episode, it's a slow Ahsoka episode. You're just gonna have to deal with that. But other than that, you got pretty good content. And then if you get done with that, then you got Star Wars Rebels to go right behind it. So I think those shows will have you very good for your quarantine times.
All right, for my choices, I have just started this, but everybody's talking about it, and I've enjoyed what I've watched so far. Altered Carbon on Netflix. It's really well done with production values, and is very interesting with the concept. And it's basically has a blockbuster budget. It looks great. And Joel Kinnaman, who is the one of the leads in Suicide Squad, is the main character, at least in season one. I know Anthony Mackie joins up later, but it's good, and I'm digging it. Um, Also, Second Chief on Black Lightning, another show you can binge literally through all of its entirety, is, let me see, I'm trying to figure out if I want to go Arrow or Gotham. Gotham, I guess I'm going to give the nod to because it's 5 seasons and each season gets better than the next one. So I would go with that one. If you're in a pinch, Arrow does have a strong 5 seasons out of 8, and season 8 wasn't that bad, but it's really up and down. You'll experience the roller coaster watching Arrow. Next up, if you have access to cable and on demand, I would highly recommend Married at First Sight. The show's concept is in its title. Couples get matched up and they meet at the altar, and then they, for the next 8 weeks, figure out if this person is crazy enough that they want to stay married to. And some couples actually do. Lifetime on their on demand actually has it where you can watch the entire series on demand. And for mine, you can watch it for free. So maybe you can as well. Another one that I just finished watching is the Netflix version of that, Love is Blind, where couples talk in a pod. They don't get to see each other. And then, after deciding they want to get engaged, they finally see each other, which is crazy. And then they decide if they want to stay together or get married at the season finale, which makes for some high drama, which is very entertaining.
I
So
also enjoyed that one. That was pretty entertaining.
yeah, have you finished watching it?
Nah, I think I got like 2 more episodes.
Oh, okay. Yes,
I'm
we'll
saving
talk
that for this
after.
weekend.
Yes, gosh, it's madness.
Yeah, I anticipate that.
Quite madness. And thankfully, the black guy did not go along with the stereotype of a black guy on TV shows. Wait, never mind. Okay.
Jeff.
Sorry, I've said too much. Said too much. Okay. Well, it's that special magical time of the week. Fellas, do you have any nominees for Dummies of the Week?
Oh, I got Dummies of the Week.
What do you got?
I got me. And the reason why I'm becoming the Dummy of the Week because remember how I said I enjoyed my first day of telework today?
Yep.
I just got an email saying, "Hey, can you come back to work tomorrow?"
Oh,
So,
what?
that nice little optimism I had is gone.
Ah, boo.
Yeah. So right now, I'm calling myself the dummy of the week.
I don't know if I call you the dummy of the week, but maybe that misplaced optimism you had.
Big dumb dummy.
Yeah, you fool. Chief, how about you, man?
I'm gonna just give it out to the people, man. People who have been ignoring the social distancing, um, going into the stores, buying up everything so no one else can have anything. Um, it's funny. You always hear a story about how great Americans are, but when it comes down to the thick of these joints, a lot of Americans are just straight assholes. Um, you know, and you know, in the times when uh you don't feel like death is coming for you, there's always that guy in the left lane driving slow. There's always that guy who takes up two parking spaces. There's always that guy when you have a nice car and you park away from everyone. It's always that guy who parks right next to you. If 600 other parking spaces around, he's right next to you. Um, yeah, so I think that a lot of the American people are just dummies of the week. I think that there's uh, a lot to be desired as far as the morals of the people that like we live around, man. Like, what is your thought process going in and buying all the food? You know what I mean? What is your thought process going in and seeing 25 steaks and then buying 25 steaks? Like, is this all you have? Yeah, that's all we have. I want to buy everything. You know, like, so you have, and the people who need cannot get anything. I mean, granted, you may have to go to the store once a week or so, but damn it, you know what I mean? That's just what you got to do, yo. You got to go to the store once a week and get stuff. But at least there's stuff there for other people. I mean, I went and I had to, I tried to buy bullets, and I couldn't get bullets anywhere. I'm talking about, I'm standing outside in the line out of the gun shop when people come out there like, yo, no ammunition in there. Like, damn. Like, who goes in and buys 50 boxes of bullets? You know what I mean? Like, how many hands do you have? You can only shoot so many guns, and you can only shoot two guns at one time. And that's small calibers. You're not going to be able to shoot a big caliber gun one-handed accurately. But I don't know, man. There's American people, man. They never fail to disappoint. And like I said, a lot of, there's been some good stories here and there. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, damn, think about somebody other than your goddamn self for one. Like, you can't go in and buy everything for yourself at one time. I get it. You got a family. But the first thing somebody will tell you is, we're all Americans, and then they do something like this. So that's my dummies of the week. Anybody who has taken a product and hoarded to the extreme, where, you know what I mean? There's like the government has gone in and taken back. Like, some of the people have bought so much stuff that the government has to step in and grab that stuff back from them. Like, yo, you holding on to 15,000, individual hand sanitizers. You know what I mean? So you could price gouge the people in a time like this. So you could offer $40 for, 6 ounces of hand sanitizer. That's wrong, man. That's just wrong. So, yeah, those are my dummies of the week. Anybody who's gone in and taken in the hopes of profiting or just saying, you know what, the hell with the next person. I just think you got to be better than that. We have to be better than that.
My dummy of the week. Ha, it absolutely 100% has to be Jeffrey Lyles because I decided after I finished playing Mafia 3 to play the demo for Final Fantasy 7, the remake, and I think I played for like an hour, and I should not have because I wanted to keep playing, and I was like, oh shoot, that's all the game there is. And I was like, huh, it's gonna be a little while before I can play this game. And I'm now just kind of wondering, like, man, I've got other games to play, but I kind of want to play Final Fantasy 7 remake. So you, Jeffrey Lyles, get the Dummy of the Week award.
Jeff, is that on PlayStation Network?
Yeah, you can go play it free right now.
Oh,
I would advise against it though, because it's just enough to suck you all in and make you go, ooh, what are they going to do with this? What are they going to do with that? It's just a bad play. I'd recommend against it.
But I've already done dumb things, so that sounds like a good dumb move to make.
Yeah, it is. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. All right, well, fellas, that's going to do it for us on this episode. Thank you as always. Thank y'all out there for listening. Be good to each other. Take care, and we will see you next week. This episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.